Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother. Trump lit.
What's up, Rashad?
Yeah.
What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
Jamal Bryant, and then we calling it. We calling it. All right. That's it for the night. I'm giving myself a bedtime. Going to sleep after this. Because I'm not going to be late for the office again. I've been late the last 2 days going to the office. Not going to be late tomorrow. We're going to sleep after this. That's the end of the stream. Pastor Jamal Bryant paused a certain offerings this month, calling on his church to give groceries instead of money to feed families hit by the shutdown and SNAP cuts. Read more on the grill. And if you didn't know, before this, Jamal Bryant was already doing the Kingdom's Kitchen, where on like the first weekend, the first Saturday of every month, members of his church, including my stepmothers, participated in it, and two of my sisters, my little sisters that participated in it. They give food to the local community and everybody that pull up and want some food, want some groceries and things of that sort. So Jamal Bryant been doing this since 2020, since the shutdown, since COVID, everything like that. Is Jamal Bryant a perfect pastor or something like that? No, he's not. He's not. You know what I'm saying? Hair and teeth. JB used the same product KD and LeBron uses. Oh yeah, because KD got that spray stuff too. Hair and teeth always come facts. Hair and teeth is like the two main things. You late always try to be on time, not early, but on time. No. I hear you. I hear you. Like I say, I'm doing better. And it's not even because I wake up late. I wake up mad early, but I try to do too much in the morning before I go to the office. Like I try to upload a couple more videos from like the last stream, or I try to cut the video down into a short, and then I pay a bill or I check my email, and then I'll start getting ready too late. That's how I always end up running late. But I'm not gonna be late these next 2 days or this next day. I'm only working tomorrow, and then I'm off on Friday and off on Saturday. So I'm not going to be late tomorrow. I'm going to be on time because I went to sleep early, and I'm not going to upload any videos in the morning. So I might upload a video tonight from tonight's stream. That's it. And we calling it at that. But yeah, Jamal Bryant is not a perfect pastor, but in terms of community leader and the things, his significance to the community and stuff like that, to the neighborhood of the Lithonia area, the Stonecrest area, the east side of Atlanta area and things of that sort, and Metro Atlanta in general. Shouts out to Jamal Bryant. He's doing a sensational job ever since he took over to see, he took over a controversial situation. Bishop Eddie Long had the child allegations on his head, and then he caught cancer and then he passed away. He followed that up. He took on that role as the next pastor of New Birth. And, I think he's done a sensational job, to say the least, from the Target boycott to leading the protests and stuff like that. Now, however, Jimmy Hill, friend of the channel, activist in Atlanta, he did call Jamal Bryant out. He said, Jamal Bryant, all these black pastors, those guys are a bunch of talk that they want to help the black community, but they haven't helped me and fight for justice for my son for the past 5 years, 6 years. They've been ignoring me. They've been talking, we here, we do this, we do that, but they haven't been here for my son. And right here in the city, you travel to Louisville for the who was the young lady in Louisville? I'm so sorry, Breonna Taylor situation. You travel to Minnesota for George Floyd, but what about in your own backyard of Atlanta with Jimmy Atchison? And now B. Green, rest in peace to B. Green, Jimmy Hill's cousin and stuff like that. So he hasn't been perfect, but he has done a great job with what he has done. With millions facing food insecurity amid the federal shutdown, Pastor Jamal Bryant is redirecting church giving to feed families in need. This is written by Hannah Philogene. Another pastor is turning away from financial church offerings for a very different reason than what we've seen this month on social media. Yesterday, Pastor Jamal Bryant, who leads New Birth Church in Georgia, revealed how his church will support communities impacted by the government shutdown, SNAP benefit breeze, and climbing unemployment rates. Instead of monetary offerings, Pastor Bryant asked the congregation to bring in canned food donations every Sunday in November to supply the King's Table drive-through distribution initiative, which offers free groceries to those in need. "Quote unquote, we have responsibility," he said in the sermon on Sunday. "Our history is going to record that this president is the very first president in American history to starve his own citizens. On November 1st, SNAP benefits are cut on this country, impacting 42 million Americans. That is, ladies and gentlemen, one out of every seven people. One out of every seven people in this room is on food assistance. One out of seven people who are watching online are on food assistance." Yeah, that's terrible, bro. He continued, "We're going to, quote unquote, we're going to perform miracles while the government is shut down. What I'm asking you is every Sunday in November to bring canned foods to church. Clean out your cupboard, go to the supermarket, Publix, Costco, Walmart. Just don't go to Target." Oh, man, I rock with Jamal Bryant for that. But at the same time, I got to say, Jamal Bryant, like, look at Jimmy Hill way. He good people. Jimmy Hill, good people. You know what I'm saying? T.I., look Jimmy Hill way. He good people. Killer Mike, look Jimmy Hill way. He good people. Fighting for justice for his son and now his cousin, B. Green. Rest in peace, Jimmy Atchison. Rest in peace, Jim Green. B. Green, excuse me. You know what I mean? And it's everybody fight. It's everybody fight. If you're watching this right now, it's your fight as well. To fight for justice for both of them. We want the blessings to the family in the city and in this community, not just in the congregation. Additionally, the church will use the funds raised during the initiatives like group therapy and morning prayer to fuel the King's Table to ensure the community members do not go hungry in these seasons of financial uncertainty. As previously reported on the Griot, the ongoing government shutdown has not only impacted thousands of employees nationwide, but also the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, which officials say have, quote unquote, insufficient funds to pay the full November benefits if the shutdown continues. Quote unquote, knowing that since March, 300,000 Black women have lost their jobs, knowing that that is the highest unemployment rate for Black people over the past 15 years, knowing that the government workers and government contractors have been furloughed and have not received a check, even while senators and Congress people are receiving theirs, knowing that 43 million people are not receiving food benefits, the Holy Spirit arrested me in prayer, he shared. I didn't feel any kind of good conscience or any good faith or any of that it would be appropriate for me today to do over and above offering. I did not feel like that would be right to ask people who march down with 5,000, 2,000, 3,000, or 1,000 when people don't know how they're going to pay rent. They don't know how they're going to take care of their kids. They don't know how it is they're going to eat. Bryant noted various resources beyond the New Births King Table throughout his sermon, encouraging and everybody listening. Beyond the local food distribution in Georgia, the pastor's table shared resources like findhelp.org, whyhunger.org/food, and 1-800-5-HUNGRY, which help people find local support based on their zip code. Quote unquote, I'm not going to do a given Sunday until Sunday after the government reopens. I want all of us to be able to have clean hands and a clean conscience. I do not believe that anybody should be made feel bad for about not giving, he concluded. New Birth Church is part of many organizations that help alleviate the stress the ongoing shutdown has placed on many households. Yeah, W. Jamal Bryant for that. And look Jimmy Hill way, he good people. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Bet, be on time. I got you. They'll visit the deaths they can profit off of, but you have a legitimate in the community, they'll ignore it. Boy, you speaking, boy. I ain't gonna lie, Zero. I missed you in the chat, boy. Speaking that real. I hit my hand on the table on the little snapper thing. But yeah, spitting that real, bro. I'm not on food assistance, but I struggle like everybody else. We need to make better decisions in how we manage the funds we have. This is why I don't rely on the government. And when how I stated how we need to stop it right now, I'm called a coon. We have options, but we are limited in the opportunities because we aren't given the knowledge. That's facts. That's facts. You spit it. I ain't gonna lie. However, I would say this. With the with food stamps, right? Food stamps to me getting cut off isn't just about people not eating, in my opinion, with the holidays and stuff like that. This is what I think with food stamps, why it's a big deal. Because a lot of people who have food stamps, you have food stamps, but now you have extra spending money. You know what I'm saying? And the extra spending money you can use for to take your family out to eat or, whatever. Take your kids out to US play or something. Give your kids normal kid experiences, right? Get some shoes for them, everything like that. That's what you're using the extra money for. Now, in the holiday season, especially, you're using that extra money to buy toys for your kids, to buy Christmas gifts for your family and your loved ones. That money that was gift money previously is now gone because that money is now just going to the basic necessities of groceries. And that's where I feel like, okay, yeah, this is a legitimate concern for these people who did, have food stamps and they depend on those food stamps. They need those food stamps. Now they end up buying, you know what I'm saying? So for sure, I'll say that. I'm gonna end it here. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Zero told me to be on time tomorrow. I'm gonna be on time, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be late, you know what I mean? Because YouTube just a side chick. I ain't getting paid enough from YouTube to be my main chick. So I need to be on time for work tomorrow. I have so much more to talk about. I only got through half of the topics tonight. So I'll be bringing that up. I don't know about tomorrow because first thing Friday, I got to wake up first thing Friday morning and stuff like that. Get my retwist. But tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, that's mad early. That's 6 p.m. Central. I'm going to have on Maya Morena. Maya Morena, the adult star, she will be on the channel tomorrow. Former activist, I'm going to be asking her why she left activism. She's an advocate for immigrants. She's an actor for, workers in that industry and things of that sort. I want to ask her why she left because I reached out to her to talk about ICE. That's why I reached out to her to talk about ICE and everything like that from her perspective as the activist and, advocate for this for so many times. But she said she's not doing activism anymore. So we just gonna talk. We just gonna pop stuff, everything like that. And I'm gonna ask her why she left activism. I think it's gonna be a good conversation. And yeah, so be sure to check that out. That'll be tomorrow once again, or today, Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. I'll make sure y'all tap in for that. And that will count as my live stream tomorrow. I might do a stream after that just to get out all the rest of the topics that I didn't get to tonight. But that's what we're doing tomorrow night. And then yeah. Food stamps are originally a temporary thing not to live off of. We got too reliant on these programs. I get your point though. Facts. Like definitely some people definitely got too reliant on the programs. I think it's like getting too reliant on a job. Like my check. I know my check coming in, this and that. Like it's people that's too reliant on their jobs. You're living check to check. You should not be living check to check. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you say. The knowledge come in to manage your funds in a better way so you aren't dependent on the check. Some people know exactly what time every week they're getting paid. Every 2 weeks, I get paid at 2 p.m. Eastern on every other Friday. They know for a fact. Me, I've always been like, oh, we get paid today? Oh, we da-da-da. Because I never had to live, you know what I'm saying? By the grace of God, thank you. But also, more importantly, equally, just as important, excuse me, Jesus. Just being raised and my mom pinched pennies, my dad mad cheap, and I learned through all of that. SSB was happening. See, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. See, look. It's 2:43. It's 2:43. Ooh. See, I got the old crew in the building, man. We got SSB and Zero. I don't know the last time SSB and Zero were on at the same time. See, I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie. Zero, you still here? I don't know. Zero still might be here. Yeah, he's still here. He's still here. These ideas we talk about should be promoted. We should discuss solutions and not complain about it. All right. I'm gonna stay on, man. SSB in the building. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna stay on. I'm gonna do a little overtime period. I ain't gonna lie. Low key food stamps taken away in November is nasty work. That's what I'm saying. Facts. Another page, bro. I got you. I'm staying on. I'm staying on for sure. I'm gonna stay on for this. Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna do a couple more topics, bro. I'm gonna do a couple more topics since SSB in the building, bro. just for the sake of old times. Y'all know people love nostalgia.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.